I'm Adam Roylance. This is KDF Nottingham. We're part of a bigger group called KDF International, which has about 20 clubs dotted around Northern Europe, and we study the German martial arts of the 14th, 15th, 16th century. There are two main bits that you find in there. There's the German school, which we study, and there's the Italian school. European swordsmanship, or martial arts of that historical period, have been misrepresented for a long period of time. It's big swords, heavy, clunky and unskillful, and that's not at all what it's about. So yes, there's often a very steep learning curve at the very beginning where people realise that it's a very deft, quick, fast and effective martial art in its own right. I'm probably very similar to everybody else in a way. An interest, first of all, in sort of fantasy literature, history, films, and the whole sort of genre of historical heroism and all of that from a very early age and on is what dragged me there. I started in reenactment back when I was a youth. I've been out of different sorts of reenactment. I've done sport fencing. I fenced épée competitively at county level, and then discovered the historical side of life, which is sort of a bit of a mix of both. I've been with that ever since. The competitive scene in HEMA has grown hugely. There's a very wide tournament scene going through Europe and North America. Some of our clubs are more into it than others. Nottingham, for example, we're not particularly bothered by tournament fighting. We're more interested in finding the martial side. That's not disparaging tournaments at all, and those members we do have who go to tournaments, obviously we give them all the support and encouragement that we possibly can. So when you first begin, all you really need is, well, you don't need anything, we'll provide everything, but you'll get handed a feder, which is a modern term for a sword like this. It's blunt and it bends a little bit, and it's got a rolled edge on the end of it here. That's where the big training will begin. Once you start getting a vocabulary of movement and a vocabulary of technique, then you can start putting on masks and gloves and then a fencing jacket. Do we have injuries? We've had a couple of injuries. We've been training as a club now for 11, 12, well actually 14 years pre-KDF. We've had 2 injuries in that time really. Both of them caused by circumstances that were exceptional. You might get the odd bruise on a knuckle. You might walk away feeling a tender arm or something like that because it's a martial art, and some of those things happen. Safety is the top of every coach's agenda when they're coming into the room. In Nottingham, we will see somewhere between 10 when it goes quiet in the quieter season, sort of midwinter, summertime, and then in the springs and the autumns we'll see 20 odd people in here probably every evening. It's just becoming slowly more and more understood, more widespread, more films and programmes are going to pull more people's interest. It's for everyone. Any and everyone is welcome. Any and everyone can do it. It's not about strength. It's not about machismo. It's about skill. It's about movement. It's about using the body. And everyone's welcome. That's all there is, really.